The difference between bulky and fat. Two individuals, same weight, same height, so on and so forth. The fat guy is going to start his diet, and in 12 weeks he'll make some progress and he'll get a little bit better. Where the bulky guy is going to go from, again, same starting point, but in 12 weeks is going to go into the Mr. Olympia, win that. He's going to go into the Mr. Universe, win that. He's going to be whatever it is where he started and where the common Joe can't tell the difference between those two. The one will show you that he's bulking, his body is working. What's the difference? The fat guy's metabolism isn't functioning at 100%. He's not eating enough. He's thinking that he'll get in shape by eating less and less and less. He's not working out correctly. Where the other guy is bulky and his metabolism is working at the very best at any point of his career, best when he's off season. He's training smart with a low amount of volume, so he can always increase it to get better. And he's doing very little, if any, cardio. So he can again add this. That's one of the big things we've done is, and I was just talking to one of the pros today, one of the elite pros, because he turned pro in his late 40s, and he came and he works like a dog. I've talked about him before, DDS, Dr. Connolly. He's an impressive human, and I'm going to tell you the difference here in the discussion we had. He's an impressive human because he came after years and years and years away from the sport. He came back into it, boom, boom, wins his pro card. He's a pro now. He's done pretty well. More than anything else, he's probably one of the most successful individuals on any pro stage in the world, financially, in what he does. So he's just over head and above in a life, a full life of what he does. So it's not just, I know you guys are so enamored by the guy that's a fitness guy, but there should be a, he's a fitness guy, but he's also a businessman. He's also got a family. He's got all these kind of things for you guys to look at and go, wow, these guys are successful. So he's one of those guys that I respect. That being said, he goes, wow, you were just off season and now you just finished up this movie and you're sliced to the bone and it's amazing. How long did that take? My response was 8 weeks. And it should take 8 to 12 weeks when you're off season to get on stage and win Mr. Universe or whatever the show is that you guys want to win. I'm winning the universe and stuff like that, and now guest posing, but that time lapse for me is the same as yours. So I don't care if it's Mr. Hope in Wyoming, it's 8 to 12 weeks. So that brought us to the discussion of him staying really close to in shape all year, where I went off season. Off season is one of these things that I believe in, I've talked about 100 times. It heals the body. It makes the body function correctly. That is why I'm still here today. It is not how I look on the magazine covers in the movies or anything. That's not why I'm here today. That's why I'm successful in the sense of finance and people knowing me. But the only reason I can get to that point is because of what I do for the 9 months. So then, what is that? What am I doing in those 9 months? I'm going off season. I'm letting the body recover. I'm getting the metabolism to function at 100% again with calories and food. The coolest thing about this is the analogy of cars. We're all going to start out with these basic little cars. I don't know, a Toyota, a Nissan, whatever it is. It's nothing. It moves. You put gas in it, it goes, and with time it deteriorates and dies. The cool thing about the human body and cars is, for cars, you have to keep spending more money to buy a nicer car. Spend more money to buy a nicer car, nicer car, nicer car, and the other ones just stay with their basic Nissan, and it keeps working, but it goes down. Now, how does that correlate with humans? Well, for me, we all started at the same place. What I did was I put the right material into the car. I made sure it was always tuned up. I made sure that it got a little faster, a little stronger, a little bit more beastie, a little bit more safe. And I continued to build this elite car, in a sense, where you guys stayed with the Nissan. And the reason I like that analogy is because the body can get better, stronger, and stay healthy longer than the guy that's just phoning it in. So the difference between fat and bulking. Well, I was bulky, but people were saying you're fat. They look the same. I mean, obviously, maybe if you take two guys, me and another guy that's 300 pounds, maybe it doesn't look identical. I have a lot of muscle mass to it. But let's just say you're both fat guys, and then the average Joe looks at you, oh, you're both fat. I don't care what you say, you're 300 pounds, you're fat. Okay, I'm okay with that, except on what's going on inside. And this goes back to what I said about the cars. I'm feeding it right. I'm making sure it's filled up. I'm making sure the strength is still there, and I'm making sure the muscles are fed. And that means it's burning at 100%, where the fat guy is eating once or twice a day, doesn't take care of the car, doesn't do anything to upgrade the car. So with those 12 weeks, I go from what you guys think is fat to Mr. Universe, where the fat guy drops 20 pounds. And that's it. And he's still fat. That's the biggest difference you guys are going to understand and see. And what I'm going to do over the next 4 weeks is talk to some other people and get their point of view on the difference between bulky and fat. Again, bulky is a great term. I like being bulky. I'm cuddly, I'm big, I'm strong, I'm eating like a horse, and I know the body's recovering. Fat? Well, if you're content with fat, then I don't know why you're watching this. I think you all need to understand the difference, and let's start getting this off season going. Or if you are going to diet, let's diet correctly. And for you guys that are fat and you keep saying that you're bulky, slice up for 12 weeks. That answers your question for yourself. If you can't be sliced in 12 weeks, you're fat, you're not bulky. That's it for me. Thanks for subscribing to this channel, guys. I just want to jump on here today, give you a nice little punch in the face, I guess you would say, to wake some of you up. I think it's important for you guys all to hear the difference between those two things. All right, have a great day. I'm out. Thanks for subscribing to this channel. We're going to go into this in full detail, but I want you guys to check in here. This is where I give that information. I know you guys ask it over on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo, fans only, Pornhub, whatever it is. You ask questions there, you're not going to get answered. This is where you want to come. Let's get started. Bulky versus fat.